in the front seat?
I'm in the front seat.
It's a hot seat. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me if you ever need a friend. Call me. It's changed. Principal Gadget's changed a ton over here. Where are people going to enter to drop off their kids?
All right. So, how am I supposed to say this?
Yeah, just right, I would say right by our transportation building.
Okay.
All
right.
You know.
The new entrance this year is going to be right by our transportation building. We'll have some signs out there so that you know exactly where to go. But if you go through there, we've created a new drive.
Yeah, let's check this drive out. So, Lori, you know, there's not every day that you see a turnabout or a roundabout, right? They're called roundabouts.
Yep.
A roundabout in Hemlock. This is, I think, the first one in our community. Do you know some of the reasons why we chose to do this?
Well, we had a lot of backed up traffic at dismissal and also at pickup time. And so we decided to put this in and hoping that will keep the traffic flow moving.
So one of the things is we found that it's actually less accident prone and it's more efficient. And we have all this backup, like you said. The idea is to slow you down because we're here to drop off kids. We want it to be safe. And so we're at this circle now. And so people are going to come in and they're going to go to the right.
Yep.
And so let's do it.
Okay.
And so we're coming in, and where do you want people to stop if they're driving in and dropping off their kids?
So if you're driving in and dropping off your kids, we want you to stay in your vehicles and just have the students get out of your vehicles on the right-hand side and then follow the sidewalk up. Unlike last year, they're going to be entering through this main door rather than by door 18. So if you're dropping your students off, you'll just pull up, and there will be several different adults out here kind of directing the traffic flow at the beginning of the school year. You'll pull up, you'll stop.
And you just keep going, right? I mean, you go
tuck and roll.
all the way. No, but you go all the way to the end
all the way around
to the end of the sidewalk. So you get all the way, so we can use every ounce of sidewalk. So you get to here.
And then the kids will get out your vehicle.
Right.
Probably Miss Irene, you'll see her as a constant figure out here directing the kids up. And this drop-off starts at 7:20. The school bell rings at 7:49. However, you can drop off your students as early as 7:20. So we want to keep the traffic flow moving. So you drop your student off. Please make sure you say your goodbyes and give the hugs prior to this point so that they can get out quickly and walk up and start their day.
So if you're parked here letting your child out, should the next person wait to get here to let their kid out? Or is it basically everybody, when they stop, as long as this is the last spot, and then all the way to the last part of our sidewalk? Is that how that works?
The kids can get out if the traffic is stopped in front of them. But if there's a big gap, we ask that you do move up to keep the traffic flow moving.
Now, how's pickup going to work?
So pickup will be, they'll be coming out the front doors again. We have some construction happening over by door 18. And if they're a bus driver, they'll continue out the same, bus rider, sorry. If they are a bus rider.
Hey, we need all the drivers we can get.
Yeah, true.
So if they're a bus driver, we'll take them.
If they are a bus rider, they'll go out and head towards the buses like they typically do. But if they are being picked up, if you can go ahead and park. If you're going to have your students meet you, but they will still be coming out the front door, or you can start the drive around just like at pickup, and students can meet you out here.
So the other question, you know, we haven't talked about this enough for me to know for sure, but is parent parking lot versus teacher parking lot, staff parking lot changing, or is it going to be the same?
It is changing. So this parking lot that is right next to our drop-off is now going to be parent parking. The other parking lot will also be an overflow for parent parking, but the teachers and the staff members will park along the back side of the other parking lot.
So for parents in the morning, if they want to park and drop off, should they access the same way through the turnaround, the roundabout drive? They come in and then cut across? Is that the plan for the...
Yep.
So if they're dropping off and they want to walk their kids up or pick them up and walk them up, they're going to come through the circle drive, that frees up the other drive for our staff to get to work in the morning, right?
Yep, and this will be used to park if you are walking your student up. We do ask that you just stop at the sidewalk and walk them up to an adult that's standing there to get them into the building the rest of the way. And then the same thing with pickup, you can park right here.
How long do you expect? One of the things I'm thinking is that, like, we've said, hey, we're doing all this to make things better. And I imagine when we start the school year, it's going to be worse. I mean, you go,
Probably.
like, people aren't going to know what to do. And so it might take a week. It always takes a week or two for those things to level out. I remember, I think it was a year or two ago, like, you know, people were upset and I was worried. I was like, how do we do this? And you were like, Don, just calm down. It'll work its way out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And, like, I swear, like, you were just dead on. You were like, in a week, everybody figured out the morning routine and things were great.
Yes.
And we didn't need to do a whole lot. We still did, I forgot what we did. We did something, but it didn't matter. It was already calmed down at that point.
Yep.
Because people got in the routine. How long do you think this is going to take?
It'll probably take a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's always hard for the students to transition back to school, especially our incoming first graders. And we understand they might need an extra hug or two from mom and dad, but we'll be there to help them in to ease their start of their day each morning. But yeah, it might be a couple of weeks. We just ask for you to be patient with us. We'll be patient with you guys as well. But I think eventually here, after the first couple weeks of school are over, we will have a smooth process once again, and hopefully it'll be better than what we had before. That's ultimately our goal. But we'll show you the ropes and make it the best we can make it. At the end of the day, we do a staggered dismissal time. So our first graders will be the ones coming out first, and then we go through second grade, third grade, and fourth grade. So fourth graders will be waiting until the last bell rings at 2:39 to come out the building. So that might help you plan a little bit for time purposes if you are picking your student up.
Circle fast and slow. I know.
Just make sure you go slow around the circle.
It won't be long. Got a cloud in the sky. Got the sun in my eyes. And I won't be surprised if it's a dream. It won't be long.
Yes, we're going to get to this.
We all need somebody to lean.
Did you give us a
I
thumbs
was
up?
trying to see if he got us a thumbs up.
Okay.
This is how we do it. 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 It's Friday night.
It was so funny. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.